सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Namaste. Last time I spoke about the paths to moksha and about doing karma yoga and upasana yoga to get purity of mind and focus or concentration of mind, also called chitta ekagrata. Now, how do karma yoga and upasana yoga provide purity of mind and the power of concentration? According to Shankara Advaita Vedanta or Sampradaya, the real adhikaritvam or qualification or jnana yogyata for jnana yoga is what is called as Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, the fourfold qualifications of spiritual discipline. Without this Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, one cannot get into Jnana Yoga and do Shravanam, Mananam, or Nididhyasana. It is not that one is prohibited from doing these things. We are all doing Shravanam all the time when we listen to Swamiji's or other gurus' teachings, and we all reflect on those teachings. But without these fourfold qualifications, we cannot internalize these teachings and make it a living habit. So, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti may not be a strict prerequisite for shravana or manana. But without this, we cannot reap the benefits of jnanam that is available for all of us. We will ever be a samsara. Now, let us look at what these fourfold qualifications are. These are Viveka, which is discrimination, Vairagya, which is dispassion, Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, discipline, and Mumukshutva, desire for liberation. Swami Paramarthananda calls these as 4Ds. The third one, which is Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, has 6 subcategories, which represents 6 mental disciplines. Let us see that later. Now let us get to the first one, which is Viveka. What is Viveka? Viveka is the foundation of the spiritual practice. It helps us to discriminate between eternal and ephemeral. This is called Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. It helps us to see everything in this world as ephemeral or temporary. That is, whatever we see in the world was born or came to existence one time and will have to die or will cease to exist some other time. Whether it is plants, animals, or suns or stars, or even human beings. This also includes our possessions, our near and dear, and our relationships. This Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka is also called Atma Anatma Viveka, that is, discrimination between Atma and Anatma. As per Shastra, Aviveka or lack of discrimination is the main cause of samsara. The Upanishads often quote the example of rope and snake. In twilight, when the light is not adequate, we see a rope lying on the road, we mistake it as a snake, and immediately fear occupies our mind. As soon as we realize that it is only a rope, the fear vanishes. Similarly, when we don't have the discriminating intellect to differentiate between Atma and Anatma, we are bound by samsara. Once we gain the jnana that we are not this body and we are Sachidananda Swarupa Atma, the samsara vanishes and we become free. Now, if all these are temporary, what is permanent and eternal? Bhagavan explains that in the Gita, chapter 2, sloka 12. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipa nachaiva na bhavishyamah sarve vayamatah param. Which means, never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us ceases to be. This sloka explains that Atma, which is within you, me, and all the kings, is eternal, and it was there before this body was born, and it will be there even after the body ceases to exist. Okay, now how do we develop this Viveka? We develop this Viveka by developing purity of mind by doing Karma Yoga, by developing a Sattvic mind by doing Upasana Yoga, and studying scriptures under the guidance of a competent guru. If we do all these things and if we develop this Viveka, we would have taken our first step towards our spiritual goal. In the next talk, I will discuss the second of the fourfold qualifications, which is Vairagya. Hari Om.